Daniel Carter had been divorced for 8 years, but he had never allowed bitterness to become part of his daughter's life. Every morning, he packed Lily's lunch, checked her homework, and drove her to school before heading to work. He wasn't rich back then. He wasn't powerful. He was simply a single father doing everything he could. His ex-wife, Vanessa, had chosen a different life. After the divorce, she often mocked Daniel for his modest apartment, old car, and ordinary job. "You'll never become anything," she had once told him. Daniel never answered. He simply focused on Lily. 8 years later, everything had changed. Daniel had built a successful technology company from nothing. He had become its chairman, but he still lived simply. He didn't announce his wealth. He didn't wear expensive watches. And he certainly didn't tell Vanessa. One afternoon, Daniel attended a business dinner at an elegant restaurant. He had just finished speaking with several executives when he heard a familiar laugh. He turned. Vanessa was sitting across the room with a man Daniel recognized immediately. His name was Marcus Reed. Marcus was a senior executive at Daniel's company. Daniel stopped. He hadn't known Marcus was dating Vanessa. Then Vanessa noticed him. Her smile disappeared. "Daniel?" He walked over calmly. "Hello, Vanessa." She looked him up and down. "You're still wearing clothes like that?" Daniel smiled. "Nice to see you too." Marcus stood. "Daniel Carter." Vanessa looked at him. "You two know each other?" Marcus nodded. "Yes." Vanessa laughed. "He's my ex-husband." Marcus froze. "You're Daniel?" Daniel nodded. Marcus stared at him. "Chairman Carter?" Vanessa's expression changed. "What?" Daniel sighed. "Marcus, we can talk later." Vanessa looked between them. "Wait, you're his boss?" Marcus swallowed. "Yes." Vanessa's face went pale. Daniel was the chairman of the company where her new boyfriend worked. The same company whose success had been appearing in business headlines. The same company she had recently been bragging about because Marcus worked there. Vanessa slowly looked at Daniel. "You own that company?" Daniel nodded. "Yes." She laughed nervously. "I didn't know." "I know." Marcus looked uncomfortable. "Daniel, I didn't know Vanessa was your ex-wife." Daniel smiled. "It's okay." Vanessa suddenly became defensive. "You never told me you were successful." Daniel looked at her. "You never asked." She frowned. "You always acted like you had nothing." "I had Lily." Vanessa went silent. Daniel continued. "That was enough." Marcus looked at Vanessa. "Why didn't you tell me?" She didn't answer. Daniel returned to his table. But the evening wasn't over. A few minutes later, Vanessa approached him. "You've changed." Daniel looked up. "I don't think so. You used to struggle." "I did. And now you're wealthy." "Yes." She smiled. "I always knew you had potential." Daniel almost laughed. "That's not what you said 8 years ago." Vanessa's expression hardened. "I was angry." "I understand." "I didn't mean everything." Daniel nodded. "But Lily heard some of it." Vanessa looked down. Daniel continued quietly. "She was 6 years old when we divorced. I remember. She asked me once why you thought I was worthless." Vanessa's eyes filled with regret. "What did you tell her?" "That people sometimes say cruel things when they're hurt." Vanessa looked at him. "And what does she think now?" Daniel smiled. "She thinks her father is the strongest person she knows." Vanessa wiped her eyes. "I never wanted to hurt her." "I believe you." For a moment, neither spoke. Then Marcus approached. "Daniel, can I speak with you privately?" "Of course." They stepped aside. Marcus looked nervous. "If this creates a problem at work, I'll resign." Daniel shook his head. "No." "But she's your ex-wife." "That's personal." "You're not angry?" Daniel smiled. "Why would I punish you for loving someone?" Marcus looked relieved. Daniel continued. "Your work is what matters to me." Marcus nodded. "I understand." Daniel returned to the table. Vanessa stood. "Daniel." "Yes?" "Do you hate me?" He thought about it. "No." She looked surprised. "After everything?" "I spent 8 years learning how to let go." Vanessa lowered her eyes. "I regret what I said." Daniel nodded. "I'm glad." "I wish I could change it." "You can't." "I know." "But you can change what happens next." Vanessa looked at him. How? Be kind to Lily. She nodded. I will. Daniel stood. I have to go. Are you leaving? Yes. Where? My daughter is waiting for me. Vanessa smiled sadly. She still comes first. She always will. Daniel walked away. Outside, his driver wasn't waiting. He had chosen to drive himself. He got into his old sedan, the same one he had owned for years. His phone rang. Dad? It was Lily. Hey, sweetheart. Are you coming home? Absolutely. Can we order pizza? Daniel smiled. Of course. Extra cheese. You already know the answer. She laughed. Daniel started the engine. He didn't feel victorious. He didn't need Vanessa to regret leaving him. He didn't need her new boyfriend to work for him. He didn't need anyone to discover how successful he had become. His real victory had happened years earlier when he stopped measuring his worth by the opinion of the person who had walked away. At home, Lily opened the door before he could knock. Dad! Daniel hugged her. How was your evening? Interesting. Anything happen? Daniel smiled. I ran into your mom. Lily looked surprised. Really? Yes. Was she okay? Daniel nodded. She was. Lily smiled. Good. Daniel looked at his daughter. 8 years earlier, he had lost a marriage. But he had never lost his purpose. He had built a company. He had built a future. But most importantly, he had raised a daughter who knew that success wasn't measured by money, titles, or expensive clothes. It was measured by character. And that night, Daniel finally understood something. The best revenge wasn't making an ex-wife jealous. It wasn't becoming rich. It wasn't having her new lover work for him. The best revenge was becoming the person he had always wanted to be, and realizing he no longer needed anyone's approval. 8 years ago, she walked away believing Daniel had nothing. 8 years later, she discovered he had built everything, and he still chose kindness over revenge.